COA as it's known locally, whose job it is to identify, prepare, design, remodel, and actually develop and put a platform, if you will, for the ultimate Republican presidential nominee to launch his or her campaign in that particular year. So on behalf of the chairman of the RNC for this study, I bring greetings and thank you. You know, it's been almost 2 years ago now since we, the site selection committee, visited about 7 cities across this country and happily chose Cleveland. They chose Cleveland because the Cleveland Host Committee, led by the 4 co-chairs and David's help too, put on a wonderful presentation, number one. And the city of Cleveland itself, starting with Mayor Jackson, assured us that this was the place that we could hold a very successful, if not historic, Republican presidential nominating convention. To date, we have not been disappointed, and we are really looking forward 102 days from now for dropping the gavel on what we think will be perhaps one of the best, most historic Republican presidential nominating conventions ever. So thank you.
Thank you. For having to say, hold on a second, Jeff. So I know these mics are very difficult to work with. So and then the top down, come down. How's that work? Yeah, you can start one of this end.
I want to echo some of what Steve just talked about in a little bit more detail in terms of the committee on arrangements is made up of one delegate from one member of the Republican National Committee from every state and territory. And so back last January, Chairman Priebus appointed Steve as chairman of the committee on arrangements, and then asked me to serve as the CEO for the convention. And so we've been here for a little over a year. And I think that as Steve talked about, the commitment of the host committee and the mayor, Cleveland put on a great package. I mean, I know Cleveland has bid on the convention in the past, and they weren't successful. But I think that they're ready now. And I think that with the advent of a new convention center that just got built, the state-of-the-art convention center that opened in 2013, with a number of new hotels that you have downtown, with the commitment by the people here of Cleveland. To put on this convention, I think that we're excited about it. We feel good about it, and we particularly feel good about the people of Cleveland are really wanting this convention. I was the CEO for the host committee in 2008 when the convention was in St. Paul, and for us it was just kind of another convention. But here it's much more for the people of Cleveland. Is that you don't have to tell people that that you're working for the convention, but when you get in a cab, they'll talk about, well, don't worry about the infrastructure here. It's being fixed for the Republican National Convention. We're doing this for the Republican National Convention that's coming next July. People are proud about their city. People are proud about what they have, and I think that it's one of the reasons why we came here is because of the people. We'd be in the airport and people would be clapping for us as we come through. They knew that it was the site selection team, and so I think the people here are excited about it. I think that we're excited about it. And as I said, we've been here for a year. I want to introduce Sarah Armstrong, who's our vice president for the convention. Sarah.
Back here. Hi.
And Sarah helps me get things done. But we've got about a staff of about 70 people right now. We'll build that to probably 110, 120 before we're done. We'll bring in another 600 or 700 volunteers. From DC, we've got working with the host committee. It's been a great partner of ours. Another 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 volunteers from around the city. We've got a number of people that we've employed that are actual Cleveland residents that are working with us. And so some of the things that we're working on is the transformation of the equipment on a basketball arena to a convention. And so that goes an enormous amount of planning and effort goes into that. And how everything's going to get staged, how it's all going to be put together. In the past, we've had 6 weeks to build out our convention hall. Here with the Cavaliers likely going to the finals, and then we want them to win in 4 games. But that gives us, we have to plan for 4 weeks of a build-up, and so we've got to finding more things that how the lighting's going to take place, how the acoustics are going to change. And so a lot of different things have gone into that. And also the convention center. We will take and use every square inch of the convention center. We'll use the hallways, we'll use the meeting space. We have a great interest from the media on this convention. we have we will use every square inch of that convention center and then some to work with the media. We're working with our transportation plan. We're working with the city in close coordination with the city on transportation plan, with RTA, with others, that's making sure that our transportation plan gets our delegates from their hotels to the convention hall in a safe manner. We're also making sure that the people of Cleveland can still get around and have the transportation system that they need. We're working with hotels and venues. It is, we're spending a lot of time. We'll be announcing some of our delegation hotels very shortly. But been spending the last year also working with hotels and making sure that we have what we need from we're working again closely with the host committee in a number of different avenues. It's been a great relationship with the host committee. The improvements, I think that the delegates and our guests are going to be thrilled with some of the improvements that they're making. Public Square, some of the other things that are happening here, I think are going to be are very good. But this is a real opportunity for Cleveland. I think that the eyes of the world will be on Cleveland for probably more now than 4 days in July. There's a lot of talk about the media coming a week prior. We have some business that we take care of generally the week prior to the convention. They're going to be covering that. So I think that maybe you're going to find the media here for a month longer than 4 days. So I think that this is a real opportunity that the people of Cleveland, not just the media, but the international business. We've had a number of ambassadors and other people, dignitaries coming through from Cleveland. We've had hundreds of people, I think thousands of people that have come to Cleveland just to visit, just to look at the venues, to look at what kinds of things that the city has to offer as they look at planning some of the events that they want to plan and work with us. And so our job is really to provide a stable platform for our nominee, and that includes all the things we just talked about. And so we want to make sure that we have a great convention. We think things are progressing great, and as somebody who's part of the 2008 convention on the host committee side, we feel very